ESPN Asheville, WPEK, W225CJ Fairview, WMXF Waynesville, and iHeart radio station.
Harden won't play his first game with the 76ers until next week. He'll be examined by the team's medical personnel over the weekend. Harden won't play tonight against the Thunder or tomorrow night against the Cavaliers. Rams and Bengals in Super Bowl 56 on Sunday. ESPN's Robert Griffin III is impressed with the play of Rams quarterback Matthew Stafford.
Matthew Stafford is playing the most poised and confident football of his entire career. He just simply keeps finding the open guy. And I know Sean McVay loves coaching off completions. He used to tell us, you can't go broke taking a profit.
Auburn football coach Brian Harsin will stay on the job. The university finished an inquiry after Harsin's first season. At issue was his treatment of players and assistant coaches. The Tigers finished the season with a 5-game losing streak, winding up 6-7. A necropsy on 2021 Kentucky Derby winner Medina Spirit did not show a definitive cause of death. The horse collapsed and died after a workout in early December at Santa Anita.
Do you own or rent your home? Sure you do. Fortunately, Geico makes it easy to bundle your home and car insurance. It's a good thing, too, because having a home is hard work. Go to geico.com, get a quote, and see how much you could save. Geico.com. Easy.
Now your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Happy. That's happy. Enter it on our station website now.
Log on now to espnavl.com.
In the heart of Beer City, USA, two men, one journey to create a sports show unlike any other. Unfiltered, raw, and honest. One of them played a soccer goalie opposite Ben Stiller. The other once scored 6 points on Steph Curry. These guys know their shit.
Let's go!
Tank Spencer, Jeremy Greene, the Sportsocracy. Presented by Ingles Supermarkets. Low prices, love the savings.
And welcome into the Sportsocracy. I'm Tank Spencer. Jeremy Greene is alongside, and we are live in the Ingles studio here on ESPN Asheville 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400. The Sportsocracy heard everywhere on the iHeart Radio app. And, of course, we are seen everywhere on YouTube. Just go to thesportsocracy.com, click on that live video link. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you get all of our content as it comes out, including our 2022 post-Senior Bowl mock drafts that continue to roll out. We're going to be doing a lot with the band bracket as well, the overrated bands bracket. We've got some decisions to make today too, right? We're calling races.
We've called them. In the next segment, we will show you who has already been eliminated. One of them, shocking. I thought they had an opportunity to win this, didn't even make it out of the first round.
March Madness style 64 bands. Who's the most overrated of all time? Over the coming weeks, we're going to be whittling that down. But we already have some races that just you have to call them. When
they didn't need the weekend to breathe.
Right. When a beatdown is that bad, you could just go ahead and call the race. It's all about the Super Bowl today. Super Bowl 56, SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles. Los Angeles Rams against the Cincinnati Bengals. The halftime show. Of course, that's going to be one of the highlights of the night.
It'll be the highlight of the night for me. I hope the Bengals win, but I can tell you right now, if you join us at the social, which is where we will be watching this game on the monster screen, talked to Corey, the owner, last night, it will be first come, first serve. You do not have to pay to beforehand or anything like that, but you do have to get there before the place fills up.
Yeah.
So, I'll be there. I'm going to assume I'll be there around 4:30 or 5. So I have a reasonably good spot for this.
Another reason why there will not be a live stream on YouTube of it, because when Jeremy starts drinking at 4:30, by 5:30 he becomes an unintelligible. So
it's a weird way to say you, but okay.
Well, yeah,
I handle myself quite nicely.
We all know I have a lower constitution than you do.
I am what most would refer to as a professional.
All the matchups, all the prop bets coming your way over over the next 2 hours, including we will play Beat the Chief with Asheville Police Chief David Zach, who will be in the studio with us.
Not in L.A. as we thought he was.
Yeah, he didn't make the trip. Apparently, they just couldn't get a big enough group together to go out to the Super Bowl to use all their tickets, so they just said, you know what, we'll stay home, we'll watch it on television.
Heard what I said, because I was not invited. I'm going to take issue with that.
Well, he just assumed.
I could have shown you the sights in L.A. I've been there. I've seen me do it.
He just assumed since you're in radio, you don't have the money to go to the Super Bowl,
That's not an incorrect assumption.
Exactly.
That was, you know what? I didn't think of that.
Right.
So, all right, I'm going to take that back. There will be no derision.
You don't climb up to being chief of police by being, a moron. So
Yeah.
he's a
guy.
pretty smart guy.
Knew the answer to the question before he asked it.
Exactly. So Chief will join. Chief David Zach of Asheville Police Chief of the Asheville Police Department will be joining us at 4:00 to play Beat the Chief. Brought to you by Clarissa Marshall of eXp Realty. You can check her out at clarissasellswnc.com. So I've been saying all week, I've been waffling back and forth. I'm not sure who to pull for, what's going to happen. I really don't have a dog in the fight. So I'm just going to enjoy the game, and I'll make my pick when it comes time for that later on in the program. But what do we expect to happen this weekend?
Well, Vegas is basically telling you exactly what they think is going to happen.
Okay, what's that?
So one of the ways that people that play DFS and do a lot of really high-level fantasy football things, one of the ways that they figure out which paths to go is they look at what Vegas is telling them. Vegas has goal fixtures for a reason. I have figured this game out according to Vegas. I can't tell you it's going to go this way. This is how Vegas thinks it's going to go. By breaking down every line, use the lines at betus.com. Go there, use our promo code SPORTSOCRACY to get a 125% deposit bonus. If you put in 100 US doll hairs, they will give you 125 US doll hairs in free play tokens that you can use on everything I'm getting ready to say.
Okay.
You can break this down literally to minutes. And Vegas has a definitive lean as to how this game is going to go.
Okay.
It's going to start slow. That is their belief.
All
Looking
right.
at the first quarter, the first quarter line, the Rams are a half-point favorite.
All right.
What that tells me is that Vegas doesn't really think this is going to be high scoring in the first quarter. If there was more variable in it, the line would be bigger. In a game that the Rams are a 3.5-point favorite, you got half a point in the first quarter. That tells me it'll probably be rather low scoring.
Right.
Most likely, just looking at quarter lines, 7-0.
Okay.
That's exactly how they think this is going to be. It will either be 3-0 or 7-0.
Really?
At the end of the first quarter.
Okay. So both offenses come out of the gate just trying to find their spots, get their rhythm. That would make a lot of sense. I mean, we've seen this actually happen, I feel like, in just about every playoff game. It gets off to a slowish, sluggish kind of a start as you just try to find your spots, trying to pick each other apart. You got Sean McVay against Zach Taylor. Both these guys know each other very, very well, so they're going to play coy to start out, Vegas thinks.
So the line's only half a point, but if you dig a little deeper and look at the first quarter money line, it kind of tells you a little different story.
Okay.
There are 4 sets of odds. Rams are up by 1 to 6 points or 7 or more. Same for the Bengals, and a tie. Rams up by 7 or more is plus 200. Nothing else is under plus 350. That's Vegas telling you they think they're going to be up by a touchdown.
Right.
So if you read all of the tea leaves, this will come out slow. And it doesn't really matter who gets the ball. That's a variable that people worry about that does not matter. Every bit of analytics tells you that the first and second half kickoffs do not matter at all to the total line of the half or the game.
Okay.
Overtime, slightly different scenario.
Right.
It's the reason you can only live bet that, and you can't do it until you find out who gets the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Then you go down to all of these different things. Race to 9 points. If you think either team is going to score twice in the first quarter, the worst odds you will get is plus 300.
Okay.
That's overwhelming if you think this is going to be quick pace. Now, conversely, you only get plus 115 for the Rams to get to 6. everything they're doing is telling you the end of the first quarter, this game will be 7-0 Rams.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of tend to agree. Even if Cincinnati gets the ball first, you got some jitters, could be a battle, in between the 30s. Matt Stafford puts one in the end zone late in the first quarter. If I had to bet an amount of money that mattered to me, that's exactly how I would say this goes.
Okay, so Rams up 7-0 at the end of the first quarter.
And that's when things tend to swing.
Okay.
Because they think the Rams are going to be up by a considerable amount at halftime.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I've broken this down analytically to the point of I've got the score that Vegas thinks this will be. They believe it will be 20-7 at halftime. LA Rams over the Cincinnati Bengals.
Jeez, and this is all just using the probabilities that they have for what the score is going to be.
Yep.
Okay.
When you go down the rabbit hole, it's very easy to figure out how Vegas thinks a game will go. Any idiot can look at the line and go, they think the score is going to be 28-24.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. You can do addition. Phenomenal. If you dig a little deeper, they'll tell you almost anything you want to know. Between props, different lines that you can wager on. Las Vegas thinks this game will be 20-7 at the end of the first half.
Okay. 27 Rams.
20-7 Rams.
Wow. I don't know if I can wrap my head around it not being a back and forth battle.
Oh, it will be back and forth, just not in the first half.
Just not the first half. The Rams will get out and then we'll see those Lou Anarumo second half adjustments come into play for Cincinnati.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Be 20-7 at halftime. Bengals come out, either get a stop on the first drive or get the ball and immediately score. They are a half-point dog in the third quarter. Money is, and that's a little telling because yes, they're a half-point dog, but it's minus 135.
Mm-hmm.
For those of you that don't do a lot of gambling, what that means is that you would have to wager $135 to make $100. So, yeah, it's half-point line, but they're swayed one direction because they really don't want you to take that. They want you to take the Rams minus the half point because they don't think they're going to cover it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you break all of these down, look at how many touchdowns to be scored, blah, 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 blah. Into the third quarter, 23-17. LA Rams.
Okay. All right.
So you got a one-possession game coming down the pike.
All right. So the Cincinnati Bengals win the third quarter.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That's also a prop that you can that you can wager on as well.
Oh, you can wager on anything.
Oh, I know. I went through this earlier today, going through all of the little sections of Bet Us to see what weird props I could pull out, and it always just amazes me that you can bet on everything from will there be certain penalties thrown in the game to down to the number, like the final score for the LA Rams will be 1 or 0 through 28 or whatever. It's crazy.
And you can catch overwhelming odds on that as well.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So it'll be a very tight game going into the fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm. And Vegas does not want you to lay money on the Bengals to win the fourth quarter either, because they've been very good in the fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
So you catch the same odds at the same number in the fourth quarter. But they fully believe the Rams are going to win this game.
Right.
Number sitting at 4. I don't necessarily think that's right or wrong, but I think it's too low.
You think it's too low?
Based on what Vegas is telling you, it's too low.
Okay.
Because the most likely scenario is this game ends 30-24 LA Rams.
Mm-hmm.
That is the Vegas prediction for this game.
All right.
And the way you figure that out is you go backwards to how is Vegas going to make the most money.
Right.
Take the lines, figure out what they have to have happen for everything to go the way they want it to. If you see anything that's over plus 600, Vegas is very sure that's not going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And just some examples of that, the Bengals being ahead at halftime. You can catch a big number on the Bengals being up at halftime.
Really?
So if you think that's going to happen, it makes it a fantastic wager.
Right.
I don't. The more I've thought about this, I think the game goes exactly how I just told you with one great big difference.
What's that?
I think the Bengals are going to win. I think there's one more touchdown here that they're not accounting for.
Okay.
Because I do think it'll be 30-24. Burrow gets the ball at 4 minutes to go, leads them down, scores, kicks extra point, wins. 31-30, Cincinnati Bengals.
That's your official score
prediction.
All right. 31-30, Cincinnati Bengals over the Los Angeles Rams.
Yep.
All right.
And you got to understand, Vegas does all of these things trying to keep the money 50-50.
Mm-hmm.
They don't ever want things to skew.
Right.
Because that's how they get absolutely decimated,
Yeah,
especially in this game.
Yeah, it's CYA. It's CYA for all the books who, read the report earlier this week. This is supposed to be the most gambled on Super Bowl of all time, like $7.6 billion wagered legally on the Super Bowl. Of course, I mean, illegal wagers, they do still exist, but now that it's legal in many states, most states, I guess now.
Yeah, I'll tell you the reason that this will be the most gambled on Super Bowl. Do you know the last Super Bowl that was not the most gambled on Super Bowl?
Oh, gosh, I would have to imagine it's been eons.
All of them. That literally the number has never stopped climbing.
Okay.
There has never been a hiccup. There has never been a hitch in its giddy-up.
Really?
It has accelerated every single year.
All right. I mean, it makes sense. $7.6 billion legally wagered on the Super Bowl. That is the estimate from the gaming commissions, the American Gaming Association, whatever that is. It makes perfect sense to me. I mean, the LA Rams are a phenomenal team. I think they are going to be able to get pressure on Joe Burrow, which is going to disrupt things, but I don't know about them getting out to a huge lead in the first half. Because part of me can see both of these teams coming out and just trying to take your shots immediately. Of Cincinnati's got the momentum coming in here. They're the underdog. They haven't won a Super Bowl ever. It's kind of that braggadocio that they have as a team with Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase.
Well,
I can see them taking a lot of shots.
Well, they haven't done it all year.
Yeah.
So it would be a complete striation from what they have done all year long.
Yeah.
I fully believe the first quarter of this game is going to be like a prize fight. Just if you can catch a shot, phenomenal. Feel the other guy out.
Just a bunch of Joe Mixon, Cam Akers kind of run plays to start out.
There will be a considerable amount of that. And you'll get I don't think you're going to see the as you said, the shot.
Right.
You'll take shots down the field, but this is not going to be, hey, let's empty the bag in the first quarter.
No.
Neither one of these coaches do that. They haven't done it all year long.
Right.
And both get better as the game goes on.
Mm-hmm.
Which kind of stands to reason why Vegas thinks this will be 7-0 at the end of the first quarter.
Right. So the Vegas lines say it's going to be, what was it, 30-27?
30-24.
30-24.
30-24, Rams win.
And you think the Cincinnati Bengals are going to upset Vegas?
I think they forgot one score.
Because
Joe B gets the ball to end this game, drives them down, and who they think will beat them Bengals?
Yeah, that last ditch effort to Jamar Chase gets him into the end zone to win it all. And, that right there could very well secure your first guaranteed prop bet of the day. What color Gatorade is going to be used on the head coach who wins the game?
Well, it's yellow if it's the Rams, and it's orange if it's the Bengals.
Indeed. If it is the Cincinnati Bengals, orange right now is the favorite at plus 200. But still, you can make some cash off a plus 200 bet. And
plus 200 that's a lovely.
Oh yeah, I mean that's where it starts. It starts at 200 for orange, and then it goes down from there. And I think it was Trey Hendrickson who said yesterday or day before yesterday, we always use orange. So if it's going to be us, it's going to be orange. So if you think the Cincinnati Bengals are going to win, that could be the first guaranteed prop bet win that you have in Super Bowl 56. You're in the Sportsocracy here on ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400. How do you think the Super Bowl is going to end up? Are you on Jeremy's side, 31-30? Cincinnati Bengals pull out the win at the end, or are you on Vegas' side? Do you think that the LA Rams are going to be able to cover the spread, which is 4 right now, and come out on top and be the second team in 2 years to win in their home stadium? We'll have more prop bets for you coming up next right here on ESPN Asheville.
This is your Exergen Temporal Scanner weather forecast on ESPN Asheville.
Sunshine in the forecast, and numbers pretty nice here for the top of the weekend. It does turn colder for Valentine's, though, with a cold front marching through the Carolina forecast on Sunday coming up. 36 our low tonight in the valley. Partly cloudy Saturday, high 56, low 28. And then some morning clouds Sunday, colder, high 38, low Sunday night down into the teens at 18 degrees. I'm meteorologist Scott Larimore. That's the latest Weather Channel forecast.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Are you a safe driver? Are you looking to save money? With DriveWise from Allstate, the safer you drive, the more you can save. At Allstate, better protection costs a whole lot less. Visit allstate.com or call an agent for a quote today.
Love is in the air on the free iHeartRadio app. Set the mood for your Valentine with Love Songs Radio, playing the most romantic songs of all time. Feeling nostalgic? Go to ValentineMachine.com. Enter an anniversary date and get a playlist of the most popular love songs from that year. All you need is love and the free iHeartRadio app. Discover music, radio, and podcasts you'll love.
iHeartRadio. Have you ever felt depressed about work, only to have your dad be like, "Why are you so down?" So you told him you hate your job, and he said, "Well, you better talk yourself out of it." And then you thought, I love to talk. I could host a podcast. And then you went to Spreaker from iHeart and started a podcast and got good at it, then monetized it, then quit your boring job, then told your dad, "Thanks for the advice." And he was like, "Well, that's not what I meant, and I don't understand what a podcast is, but you seem happy, so that's great, kiddo." You ever do that? Well, you could. At Spreaker.com. That's Spreaker. Ask your dad. You actually don't.
iHeartRadio Earth knows small changes make a big difference for the environment. Did you know that keeping your tires even a single PSI lower than recommended means worse mileage and more trips to the pump? So do the environment and your wallet a favor and always check the tire pressure. Brought to you by iHeartRadio Earth and the National Environmental Education Foundation. To find more tips on smarter, sustainable living or to take action in your own community, go to iHeartRadio.com/Earth.
Wesley had IRS troubles.
They told me I owed them $43,000.
It got really bad.
Coming after my house, my car. I seriously thought that I was going to lose everything.
Wesley called Optima Tax Relief.
Oh, they were great people. Optima Tax. They know what they're doing.
Optima Tax Relief came through with flying colors.
I saved an incredible amount of money. Call Optima Tax Relief. Don't trust anybody else.
Call Optima for a free consultation. Call 800-259-8642. 800-259-8642.
Optima Tax Relief.
For details, visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Did you know select Ingalls Markets now offer curbside service? Shopping has never been easier with all the quality and service you expect from Ingalls. Visit Ingalls-Markets.com to find a store near you and start shopping.
Real estate isn't about properties, it's about people. I'm Clarissa Marshall with eXp Realty, your native realtor serving all of Western North Carolina. I will work hard for you, and I believe in doing the right thing every time. I market each of my listings to reach out-of-town buyers. I use a professional photographer and drone video on every single listing, as well as collaborate with agents across the country to find your buyer. Check me out online at clarissasellswnc.com or give me a call at 828-774-6343. It would be my pleasure to assist you through the real estate process.
Rogue Combat Club, Asheville's home for comprehensive martial arts training, has a goal for our community, one that's stronger, more fit, and unwavers in its support of one another. Rogue Combat Club's instructors have competed at the highest levels and offer classes for everyone from young children to adults in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Muay Thai, and wrestling. Rogue Combat Club classes can help you boost your self-confidence and self-defense skills while weeding out the egos and intimidation found at other gyms. Join today at RogueCombatClub.com.
The Sportsocracy.
Hey, I go to church, just not during televised sporting events.
It's ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400. The Sportsocracy. We don't just do sports. I mean, we love sports, obviously. It's our passion, but there's so many other things to talk about. We talk about food all the time. We have our Foodocracy Fridays that we do sometimes. There will not be one of those today, but, last week we talked about Super Bowl appetizers and things like that. We do Musicocracy Mondays, too. And that's been a lot of fun over the last couple of weeks because we were able to gather and develop 64 bands that we put into a bracket for the most overrated band bracket of all time. And the voting opened up at the sportsocracy.com this week.
Overwhelming amount of response.
Yep.
We appreciate all of you going to the sportsocracy.com voting on this. You know what? We're just going to keep voting on it that way.
And the voting is still open at the sportsocracy.com, so you can still get your get your opinion heard on the most overrated bands of all time. But there are some that are they're not coming back.
No, they have officially been called. The first round is just slightly over half over.
All right, so are we ready to reveal some of the races that we're calling?
Yes, there was one bracket that has one game left. And it was the best bracket to me by a lot.
Oh, my. Okay, so this is the Taylor Swift bracket.
Very little has been resolved here. Kiss is officially into the second round.
Okay.
They eviscerated Slayer.
As they should have.
And Korn demolished Van Halen.
Good.
Apparently a lot of people, just forgot about the Sammy Hagar years. But, okay, it's fine. It's fine.
We do. You completely discount that. We didn't put Van Hagar on the screen. We put Van Halen on the screen.
I get it, and that's fine. I feel like there was, and I never liked Korn, but I'm not huge on Van Halen either. So I thought that would be closer than it was. It wasn't.
Right.
In the Britney Spears region, Nickelback was the biggest winner of the entire thing.
Of course. Because we matched them up against one of the most rated bands of all time in the Eagles.
I was dumbfounded that apparently Josh Michael only voted a handful of times because Nickelback got virtually every single vote. They easily got into the second round.
Yes.
As the 5 beat the Eagles, U2, they're in. The 1, they moved on. Green Day, the 2 moved on. And One Direction with the upset of Blink-182.
All right, so Blink-182 is out of the most overrated bands bracket.
That was a band that a lot of people were not happy they were included in the first place.
Yeah.
And you know what? As somebody that's seen them live, I'm not mad about it.
Massively overrated in my book, but, I'm just one man. I cast my vote in that one, and I voted Blink-182, so that's one that I have lost already. But we'll do the other half of the bracket coming up in the 4 o'clock hour.
But we still have a ton of matchups that are beyond too close to call. The closest matchup we have, Limp Bizkit and Fall Out Boy.
Right.
Separated by just a handful of votes. Maroon 5. It's gotten way more love than I thought. I thought that would be easy. As many people said that, I thought they would win in a walk.
So very few people have voted on Maroon 5 to move on?
No, it's dead split with Mumford & Sons, which is crazy because I didn't think they should have been in this in the first place. I love Mumford & Sons. Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Love?
I can't believe the Red Hot Chili Peppers are losing by enough to Five Finger Death Punch that they only missed the cutoff by like 2%.
Really?
Cutoff was 70%. If more than 70% of the vote was One Direction, no pun intended.
Yeah.
Then we advanced whoever had gotten that.
Yeah, Kevin Vick says in the comments on the YouTube stream, Van Halen is not overrated simply because of Eddie Van Halen. Of course. Eddie Van Halen, David Lee Roth. Those two guys, there is no overrating the things that they were able to do together with Van Halen. I asked this trivia question in the comments. Nobody's answered it yet. I want to see if you can answer it, Jeremy. In the history of the Super Bowl, there have only been 2 quarterbacks who have won it in their first year with a new team. Can you tell me who those 2 quarterbacks are?
First year with a new team.
Yep. One of them should be very fresh on your mind.
Well, Tom Brady is obviously one.
Tom Brady is one of the 2. Indeed. That just happened last year.
That was the layup.
The other one, it happened in this century.
I feel like Nick Foles doesn't count.
It was not Nick Foles.
It was his second iteration with the team, and I think he had actually been there. That was his second year as the backup.
Yep. It was not Nick Foles. This guy, I mean, I could give you another hint, but that'll give it away.
Yeah, don't give it away.
Yeah.
Is it Jake Delhomme?
It is not Jake Delhomme. Jake Delhomme never won a Super Bowl.
Oh, won
a Super Bowl.
That would narrow it down.
Right.
I don't know why I thought it was got there. Is it Kurt Warner?
It is not Kurt Warner.
I don't know.
You have to go all the way back to a guy that we talk about a lot, and a guy who actually played for the same team that won the Super Bowl last year, Trent Dilfer, with the Baltimore Ravens.
Said Trent Dilfer.
His first year with the Baltimore Ravens, they won the Super Bowl. So those are the two quarterbacks of all time who have done it. And, of course, Matthew Stafford is trying to become the third all-time to win it in his first year with a new team.
And I have already clearly said that I don't believe that will be happening. I wasn't going to give my pick until the end.
We know.
It was just, I think it had been pretty obvious over the course of the week.
Yeah, just a little bit. All right, let's get just a bit outside.
Boy, you must be outside your mind.
The Sportsocracy.
Just a bit outside. He tried the corner and missed.
All right, since I knew everything was going to be Super Bowl related today, I just wanted to get this out there. Congratulations to the 2022 Pro Football Hall of Fame induction class that was announced last night at the NFL Honors Banquet. Surprised by any of these names, Jeremy? The first Jacksonville Jaguar to be inducted into the Hall of Fame, Tony Boselli. Yeah, only spent 7 years in the league because of injuries, but man, he was an all-timer. I'm actually kind of surprised it took him this long to get into the Hall of Fame, but Tony Boselli is going in. Leroy Butler, Sam Mills, so Carolina Panthers.
Sam Mills needed to be in.
Yeah, Carolina Panther fans, everybody happy now that Sam Mills is in the Hall of Fame. Richard Seymour, Bryant Young, and the senior inductee this year, Cliff Branch, and Dick Vermeil is the coaching inductee this year, and Art McNally as the contributor inductee. Are you surprised that we didn't see any of the first-timers come up on this list?
There's one that just dumbfounds me.
Which one?
I am shocked DeMarcus Ware didn't get in.
I kind of am too.
I am shocked DeMarcus Ware didn't get in. I thought that was a given.
Right. Unfortunately, of course, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers couldn't have another one this year. Rondé was a finalist again and didn't make it.
I'm shocked Zach Thomas was in the top 10.
Was he really? Yeah. I didn't even notice that.
That's the only one that I know definitively was in the top 10.
Right.
That didn't make it.
Right.
I'm just shocked DeMarcus Ware didn't make it. Other than that, it all kind of went. All kind of went exactly how I thought it would.
Did it? I mean, this just felt like this felt like the make it right year. This was the last year that Sam Mills was going to be eligible on the ballot, so they threw him a little there, So I don't know. To me, it felt like this was just all right. Now is the time because we got a whole bunch of classes that are coming up that are going to have a lot of first year guys in them.
Yeah, you're going to have a legendary top 10 of all-time quarterbacks about every year starting, 2 years from now?
Yep. Yes, you will. So anyway, congratulations to the 2022 Pro Football Hall of Fame induction class.
Well, we said we were only going to talk about the Super Bowl, so I had to pull a story that's Super Bowl relevant.
Oh, okay.
Andrew Marchand of the New York Post is not going to let this story die. He firmly believes if the L.A. Rams win this Super Bowl, Sean McVay will immediately step down.
Why?
Because there is a rumor that he could fetch over $10 million as an analyst. For posterity's sake, he makes $8.5 million as the head coach of the Rams.
Okay, so he could get $1.5 million bump in pay.
The quote from Marchand is, "It is not yet clear if he would want to do it, but TV executives would be interested, and it may be more money than he could say no to."
Really?
It's a bag. And I said this, I guess, a month ago before Sean Payton stepped down because there were three coaches that they were adamantly after. Pete Carroll, Sean McVay, Sean Payton.
Yeah.
Well, Payton's out there. Apparently it's not going to go away until Sean McVay tells them no.
Okay. Sean McVay. I just can't imagine a coach stepping away from the game at, was he 36 years old?
He is 36. But now the one thing that you have to understand with McVay, he has talked about burnout a lot.
Yep.
A lot. And this has been a meteoric rise for him. He knows he could step away right now, slide right back into any situation he wanted.
Mm-hmm.
got an older quarterback, got a roster that's really expensive, been a long time since you've had a first-round pick, and it's going to be quite a ways longer until you have a first-round pick. Obviously, nothing done. But per Marchand, if the Rams were to win the Super Bowl, McVay could walk away and likely make at least $10 million in a booth. Wow. He could also sit around and be choosy in his next job.
Yeah, I would just wait. If I were him, I would just wait, but that's,
Well, I mean, you got to be careful with that because Amazon this is the first time you've really had a new purveyor. And I don't know if you follow NFL social media. It is very obvious that Amazon is spending unbelievable amounts of money in their advertising.
Yes.
So the risk would be that they wind up with Sean Payton or Pete Carroll and whoever it is just crushes it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the money's not there anymore. Now you're having to go to CBS to try to be the two behind Romo or try to replace Troy Aikman at Fox.
Yeah.
This is the big boy chair. And they have made it really clear they are going to spend whatever it takes to get who they want.
Okay. Sean McVay wins the Super Bowl and then leaves for TV. That would be unbelievable.
Unnamed source says that Amazon is prepared to go as high as $17 million a year for Sean McVay.
Okay, Ian. All right.
That's $1 million a week.
Right. I mean, if I'm making $10 million more as opposed to just $1.5 million, okay.
Armchair Commentary, our Canadian friend that helps with all things Sportsocracy, asked, what's the word on Aikman? Is he Amazon bound? This is what I have been told. Amazon's pecking order goes in order. Sean McVay, clear, no doubt, number one.
Mm-hmm.
Sean Payton is the fallback. Pete Carroll is the fallback to Payton if he decides he just wants to take the year off. And then Aikman would be the fourth selection behind those three. Okay. Pete Carroll's made it pretty clear that he's not walking away.
No, I don't think he's going anywhere. And
he's the only one that it's. And I'm not saying it's just a money grab. You got to understand, this could set you up for the rest of your life.
Yeah,
if you're really good at this, you could do this for 30 years.
Well, yeah, because
Chris Collinsworth is god awful, and he has managed to do this for 100. I think he's been calling games since like 1946.
That's what it feels like.
I
sometimes.
don't remember a time where I didn't hear. Now here's a guy that plays football. Thanks. Bang up analysis.
Hey, there was a lot of people who had similar comments about John Madden. So,
there will be no John Madden shade here.
Oh no! I love John Madden. Have you seen that documentary, by the way?
No.
The All Madden document. Oh, you got to watch that.
I didn't. I missed it live, and I just haven't gone back to it.
Oh, it's great. You got to go back and watch it at some point soon. Amazon, if you want us to do games, we'll do them for way cheaper.
I'll do it. Literally 1% of that. and I'm in. And I'll probably be 1% of what Sean McVay would be, so, the levels are about right.
Right. We'll take that.
But I do have a big, woolly, brawny man beard. That's got to be good for something.
On the Hillbilly channel, not necessarily on Amazon.
I would crush in Alabama, West Virginia, Jacksonville, Myrtle Beach.
Oh yeah, call in all the cornhole tournaments you can find.
Absolutely, crush it. I would be the favored son of all of those places.
Do you know how the scoring goes? Just
in cornhole?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty good at cornhole.
Okay, I mean, all right.
It's a bar game.
Oh well,
do you
that's
know how much
true.
time I spend in bars? It's shocker. I'm really good at darts too.
I was gonna say you could call dart games, but I don't think I've ever seen a dart game that hasn't been called by like a European. I think all those guys have English accents.
Yeah, ESPN has a guy that
do they,
and he's super into it too.
That's one of those things.
I just want to call dumb things. Like I don't want to do play-by-play of the NFL. I mean, if it's offered, I would take it.
Of course.
I just want to call like really dumb things, like dog jumping and squirrel skiing
and snowboarding.
Nope.
I feel like you
out. If it's in the Olympics, I'm out.
You'd rather do cornhole than do the Olympics?
Not even close.
Why?
I was in a bar last night and saw figure skating on the screen, and I'm watching people around me watching this going, do you even know what's supposed to happen? Like, if he doesn't fall down, do you know if anything went awry? No, I have no interest.
I mean, we know if you fall, that's bad.
I would rather call ping pong than anything that happens in the Olympics.
I just want to see Jeremy scratching his head in the booth going, was that a 1440 fakie or was that a triple cork somersault?
Skateboarding, snowboard, basically if anything boarding, out.
Yeah. Unfortunately, last night, I know Jeremy didn't watch it, but I did, and unfortunately last night, Shaun White could not land on the podium for his final skate as an Olympian. 20 years of dominating the snowboarding game, and he ended up finishing 4th.
And he still looks exactly the same he did 20 years ago.
He kind of does. His hair's a little shorter.
He doesn't age at all.
The hair's just a little shorter. You could tell his body has aged, though. And
Bowling, that's another sport.
Bowling.
Oh, all the way in. Oh, and I would be over the top and in your face. Oh, it's a spare! It would be. I am not a hard man to find. If you broadcast that, you let me know.
All right, let's get into it here with the prop bets for the Super Bowl. I pulled off a bunch of my favorite prop bets for the Super Bowl, and I mainly stuck to ones that have good odds for you. I'm going to give you one of my favorites. You tell me if I'm right or if I'm wrong. Joe Burrow, 15-plus rushing yards.
Over.
And Evan McPherson, 8-plus points in the game. Do you think both of those things will happen?
Yes.
I do too. And right now at betus.com.
I had to do the math on that, by the way. And you said it's 8 or more.
It's 8-plus, yeah.
Yeah, as long as it's 8, I'm in.
Yeah, it's 8-plus points for Kick Fearsome and 15-plus rushing yards for Joe Burrow. At betus.com right now, using the promo code Sportsocracy, you can make a wager on that and get plus 250 odds. No is minus 400, but I feel like that would be very easily achievable. Joe Burrow does have some wheels. I mean, we saw it in the Kansas City game where he can bust off a big run in crunch time if need be. I think 15 is way too low. So I think that combo prop bet could make you some cash.
It's not way too low. He needs to get loose one time.
Right. He's got it on one run.
And as much as that pass rush is going to be a problem, I think that will be. That's the side of that I like best.
Yep.
The McPherson side of it, you've got that spot on. By the way, plays exactly into the number that I said.
Okay. 2 extra points, two field goals.
Mm-hmm.
How about this one? Cooper Kupp, Jamar Chase. Do we believe both of those will score touchdowns?
Cooper Kupp and Jamar Chase?
Yep.
I would say yes.
I would agree. Aaron Donald, does he get a sack in the game? I think it's very highly likely that he does, at least get one. And then Joe Burrow, over 12 rushing yards. All of those combined are plus 550 right now at betus.com.
That's a lot of things. That's a lot of things to have happen. Because one of those boo-boos out and you're done.
Oh, you may be. But at plus 550, you could put a little wager on it, make some big money if it does happen. And I think all of those things are very easily achievable in this game. How about you? What's one of your favorite prop bets?
When I said props, I was looking at all the stupid novelty ones.
Okay.
Will any word be forgotten in the national anthem? Yes.
Yes.
Plus 750. Do you know how often people mess up the words to the national anthem?
It happens quite a bit.
I might. And I'm not saying I do. I'm just, okay. I might have a hundo on that.
I just always wonder if they have recorded it beforehand. And if they record it beforehand, they're not going to leave a word out. They're going to make sure that it's good.
Well, that's true.
But
usually the answer to that is no, just so you know.
I would tend to agree with that. No, but I don't know.
Who will be shown first during the national anthem, Joe Burrow or Matthew Stafford?
Oh,
to me, that's
I'm gonna
so
go
easy.
I'm going to go Matthew Stafford.
I would agree. It's minus 110.
Yeah. I think so. I think the coaches were an option on that as well. Zach Taylor or Sean McVay. And I think they'll go with the home team guys first.
This game's on Fox, correct? Or not?
It's
not
on
Fox.
NBC.
It's on NBC.
Yeah.
Looking at NBC and said Fox. I don't really know why. One of my favorite ones, and this is another dumb novelty prop bet.
Yeah.
Will any part of Eminem's performance be censored? For NBC's sake, I surely hope so.
100%.
Minus 175. You have to wager $175 to make 100.
Yeah.
Already done it. Take my money. Just I don't even have to think about it. Eminem's one of my favorite artists of all time. I know virtually every song verbatim.
Yep.
There is no shot that he does not get censored at some point.
The first song played at the halftime show, Slim Shady, the real Slim Shady, is plus 225. That's the lowest odds. Still Dre is plus 700.
Yeah, I might have to. I might have to.
That's the one I think it can be, but there is another one in here that makes a whole lot of sense. Would it be California Love at plus 175?
Oh, California Love makes all the sense in the world.
Or do they start with Still Dre and end it with California Love? Because ending the last song of the halftime show, California Love, is also the favorite.
I would say that has to be. I would say it has to start California Love.
I would think so.
I'm dumbfounded at the odds on that all five collaborate on a song is so low. The yes of that is plus 150.
Yeah.
They're going to do something all together.
And it'll be California Love, probably.
Probably. That makes it make a lot more sense.
I mean, they can switch off and every one of them do a part of it.
Oh, that would be tremendous. You know what? Is it bad that I'm way more excited for the halftime show than I am for the game?
No.
Like, it's not even close, really.
I love all
We could do the whole second hour on how giddy I am about the halftime show. Wouldn't be one pause.
Right.
Just stream of consciousness that this is the best Super Bowl halftime show by 18 light years.
Yeah. Who's the first artist that's going to be performing? You would.
I would have thought it would either be Kendrick Lamar or Mary J. Blige.
Right.
That would be my thought. But you could also start.
I would start with Dre. I would start with Dre.
Starting with Dre.
Dre starts
start with
it.
Snoop. I would probably start. If it were me, I would probably start.
This is true. I mean, think about it. NBC is running the show here. That's the broadcast crew. Snoop's been working with NBC, doing the post-game recaps and post-week recaps and stuff like that, so that could make a lot of sense.
Is there a way to bet that Tupac's hologram shows up? Is there anywhere that I can bet on that? Because I don't care what the odds are. I'm fully positive that it's going to.
Didn't they do that once? Didn't they put a hologram of somebody up at the Super Bowl one time?
I
want to
feel
say
like
they did.
I don't. This will be the first time I've ever watched the whole halftime show.
Oh, I watch the halftime show every year.
I despise this. Who was it they had a few years ago? Aerosmith? Oh, stop.
Didn't like it.
I haven't liked any of them.
Oh, whatever. You loved Shakira and J-Lo.
Okay.
Maybe I liked that one.
Maybe I liked one of them.
Every man loved that one, I believe.
Maybe I liked one of them.
Uh-huh.
But in large part, they've just been awful.
Oh, you remember the Coldplay halftime show?
Worst.
That was great.
Worst.
With all that kaleidoscope stuff going on stage. And
U2, that one was terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just looking back at who
the Rolling Stones, the Who,
with Paul McCartney.
all those classic rock bands that they went through after the Janet Jackson fiasco. They went, we're just going to be super safe, and we're going to make sure nothing happens.
Yeah, well, they brought in Paul McCartney.
Yeah.
Stop.
The Prince one was good.
The Prince one was good. That's the only one that I remember ever going, yeah, that was good. The Who was terrible. The Black Eyed Peas was terrible. Madonna... Everything that Madonna has ever done is terrible.
Except for A League of Their Own.
The Katy Perry one, I just remember there were sharks.
Sharks.
There were the little dancing sharks.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, man, this is really stupid.
Lady Gaga, she did one too.
What did you just call her?
Lady Gaga.
It would be Gaga.
Yeah.
Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
That one wasn't terrible.
when she came parachuting down into the stadium or whatever.
But this will be this is going to be good.
It's going to be great. It's going to be great. We can't wait for it. We've got Beat the Chief coming up in the next hour. We'll throw out some more prop bets for you as well. And don't forget, you can join us at the Social in East Asheville this Sunday for the Super Bowl. $20 cover charge, and it is first come, first served. So you might want to get there a little bit early. It's going to be a phenomenal spread. Social's got great food. They'll have great, I
had some of the wings last night. They were real. They have Carolina Reaper wings.
Whoa. You're depleting the resources before we even get there?
Yeah,
Come on.
There's plenty.
Oh, I'm sure there are.
They were stocked up there.
Yeah, they're going to be ready to go. So the Social in East Asheville. Join us for the game. Coming up next, Jeremy's going to have his green on green picks of the night. Was it a bad one last night again?
Oh, no. Thank you, Brooklyn Nets, for just covering by the hair of your chinny chin chin.
Yeah, he's got more winners coming up next.
All right, people, it's Valentine's Day. Everything has to be perfect.
Yes, Chef. At Ingalls, we know that not every Valentine's Day is 4-star perfection, with string quartets and swanky restaurants.
My boyfriend bought me flowers.
That it's not the money you spend or the elaborate lengths you go to.
Happy Valentine's Day.
It just has to come from the heart. Ingalls, we're with you every step of the way.
Hey guys, I'm Ziggy, your local Philly girl, owner of Ziggy's Bakery and Deli. I've created a traditional northern deli with only the most authentic cheesesteaks outside of Philadelphia, served with provolone, white American, or Cheese Whiz. Our other classic deli sandwiches are made with the best quality meats and cheeses, available sliced by the pound. Join us for breakfast for house-made bagels with our custom cream cheeses. Or for something heartier, try a pork roll, egg and cheese, or house-cured lox. Ziggy's Bakery and Deli, in the corner of Asheville Commons, 1550 Hendersonville Road, open 8 to 3, Tuesday through Saturday.
Hi, I'm Emmitt Smith, Pro Football Hall of Famer and 3-time champion.
Pro Football's all-time leading rusher Emmitt Smith talks about joint pain.
Trust me, I know about joint pain. Sure, I made it look easy, but if my body could speak, it would say, I'm in pain.
Are you living with chronic joint pain? Knees, hips, lower back, shoulders? Don't just assume the old treatments are the only treatments.
I've gone under the knife to get rid of pain, but now there are options, and you need to check them out.
Emmitt's talking about QC Kinetics, exciting new natural biologic therapies that can repair and restore damaged tissue in your joints. New options now available here.
You can encourage your body to actually heal itself with the help of QC Kinetics.
Real relief with no surgery, no drugs, no downtime. Call the local medical professionals at QC Kinetics for regenerative restorative treatments with lasting relief.
But now, you and I, we have help. QC Kinetics.
Start now with a free consultation at QC Kinetics. 828-333-9517. That's 828-333-9517. Call today, 333-9517.
I'm Joel Clark, a Select Quote agent, with a true story that could save you hundreds of dollars a year. A woman named Linda just called. Her husband, Ray, has a group life insurance policy, but is changing jobs and he can't take it with him. Well, I went to work and found Ray, who's 40 and takes medication to control his high blood pressure, a 10-year, $500,000 policy for only $19 a month. That's way more coverage for a lot less than what he was paying. If SelectQuote didn't shop for your life insurance, you're probably paying too much.
For your free quote and to find out how much you can save, call 1-800-214-2626. That's 1-800-214-2626. 1-800-214-2626. Or go to SelectQuote.com. Since 1985, we shop, you save.
Get full details on the example policies at SelectQuote.com/commercials. Your premium could vary depending on your health, issuing company, and other factors. Not available in all states.
So you finally got your credit score up to 700. You're feeling good, about to get a new credit card with rewards. You apply and, ooh, it's not approved. And that knocks your score right out of the 700 club. There's a better way. Next time, go to Credit Karma and check out your approval odds first so you can find a card you're more likely to get approved for. And with over 100 million members, there are plenty of reviews to help you choose. Get your free credit scores and find the right card for you at Credit Karma. Approval not guaranteed, subject to checks.
Taco Bell presents a get-out-of-bedtime story. It's time to wake up from this amazing dream, even though you're jet skiing on lemonade. How extreme! And oh, look at that, you just won the lottery. Is that a castle? Take the keys. It's your property. What's better than swimming in space? Just wait for the big reveal. It's Taco Bell breakfast and it's actually real. So it's time to wake up and bid your dreams farewell. Because toasted breakfast burritos are waiting for you. Only at Taco Bell. At participating Taco Bell locations near you during breakfast hours only.
Coffee's for closers only.
Get them the money! Then when you get the money, you get the power.
That watch costs more than your car.
Then when you get the power, then you get the woman.
Well, I told you yesterday I would borderline bet my house on the Nets to cover, and thankfully I got it early because if I hadn't, they would have pushed. They only lost by 1. That's still a cover. That's still a win for me. Got 4 picks for you in the NBA, and there's a big theme of tonight.
Oh, you didn't know? Your ass better call somebody.
There's very little in this life I love more than road dogs, and I got 3 of them tonight. First, Orlando Magic are a 13.5-point dog at Utah. I'm going under the assumption that Rudy Gobert doesn't play. If he does play, this could come back to haunt me. But the Magic have a ton of big guys. Not saying any of them are all that good, but without Gobert, I could see the offense going down low. Magic don't win. Give me the Magic to cover the 13.5. My 2022 NBA champion Denver Nuggets are a 6-point dog tonight at Boston. Boston just made moves. The roster's in a little bit of flux, and there is no team in the NBA that is better on the road than the Denver Nuggets. Numbers too big. I think they went out right. Give me the Nuggets plus 6. Finally, the Oklahoma City Thunder are a 13.5-point dog tonight at the Philadelphia 76ers. This has backdoor cover written all over it. Philadelphia's not going to have James Harden. The roster's going to look very similar to what it looked like before without Andre Drummond, without Seth Curry. That's too many. Thunder cover spreads better than practically anybody. Give me the Thunder plus 13.5 over the 206.
Go and do likewise, gents. The money's out there. You pick it up, it's yours. You don't, I got no sympathy for you.
And you can take all those wagers over to betus.com, betus.com. Use the promo code SPORTSOCRACY. They'll give you a 125% deposit bonus on whatever you put in, up to $2,500, just for using our promo code SPORTSOCRACY at betus.com.
Armchair Commentary informed me that the Orlando Magic are now a 14-point dog. By the end of this, they might be a 16-point dog. I love points. Man, I love underdogs. No Rudy Gobert. Oh, that is such a good cover, potential to cover, in my opinion.
Right. One thing that I love is being able to look at my scale now and see the progress that I have made with the PhD weight loss program. My scale is showing now below 260 pounds, and I cannot remember the last time it did that. I've lost more than 30 pounds on PhD weight loss, and Jeremy, you're having great success as well.
I'm under 260 pounds for the first time since I was in my early 20s. I'm sleeping better, which has always been a problem for me, and I feel fantastic. The convenience of this, that's what got me in this shape. Fast food was more convenient. Now I have convenient, healthy food right at my fingertips, and it's helping me lose weight at a startling rate.
The support that Dr. Ashley Lucas and the rest of the folks at PhD Weight Loss show is just, it cannot be compared to any other program because, I get these emails every day talking about what's the most important thing today. Well, don't get down on yourself. Keep pushing forward. Make smart decisions. And remember, tell yourself that those foods that you love, a lot of times they don't love you back. You need to lose some weight? Get with the folks at PhD Weight Loss. MyPhDWeightLoss.com. That's MyPhDWeightLoss.com.
This is your Exergen Temporal Scanner weather forecast on ESPN Asheville.
Sunshine in the forecast and numbers pretty nice here for the top of the weekend. It does turn colder for Valentine's, though, with a cold front marching through the Carolina forecast on Sunday coming up. 36 our low tonight in the valley. Partly cloudy Saturday, high 56, low 28. And then some morning clouds Sunday, colder, high 38, low Sunday night down into the teens at 18 degrees. I'm meteorologist Scott Larimore. That's the latest Weather Channel forecast.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Unjunk your sleep during the President's Day sale at Mattress Firm. Shop now and get a king bed for a queen price, plus a free adjustable base with purchase. Don't miss hot buys like beds starting at just $159.99, plus Tempur-Pedic savings.
Blitz that holiday debt and get $1,000 in your hand. weekend.
I just won $1,000.
Listen every hour from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. weekdays for your chance to win $1,000. Happening now.
Make this Valentine's Day sweet with Allen's Jewelry and Pawn. Find diamond earrings from only $19.95. All diamond solitaires, engagement rings, and anniversary bands are 20 to 50% off. Heart-shaped and select jewelry also up to 50% off. Now through Valentine's Day. Allen's Jewelry and Pawn.
It's the President's Day sale at Mattress Warehouse. Save up to $800 on major national brands. Buy one, get one 50% off select pillows. Get free next-day delivery and 0% interest financing on qualifying purchases. Visit sleephappens.com.
iHeartRadio wants you to see REO Speedwagon, Styx, and Loverboy on their live and unzoomed tour in the city of your choice.
This is Lawrence Gowan from Styx.
And this is Paul Dean from Loverboy.
We'll take care of flights, hotel,
and premium upfront tickets.
And we'll get you the sail away and take it on the run VIP package with
from the
exclusive
Ingalls Studios. This is ESPN Asheville, WPEK, W225CJ Fairview, WMXF Waynesville, and iHeart Radio Station.
This is SportsCenter.
I'm Doug Brown. 76ers fans will have to wait before they see James Harden on the floor. Before coming over in a trade with the Nets, Harden missed the last 3 games with a tight hamstring. He won't play tonight or tomorrow night in Philadelphia. Nets GM Sean Marks says the decision to make this trade wasn't an easy one, but that it should give both Harden and the Nets a fresh start. Super Bowl 56 is a matchup of the 4 seeds from each conference, the Rams and the Bengals. Will Cincinnati quarterback Joe Burrow and the Bengals offensive line be able to hold up against the Rams pass rush? ESPN's Tim Hasselbeck.
This isn't a secret in terms of, what they struggle with, staying out of known passing situations, because as soon as you're able to wind up and cut loose that Rams front, honestly, even pretty good offensive lines have struggled, and good quarterbacks have struggled.
Tim Hasselbeck on KJ and Max. Clemson's David Collins gets a 1-game suspension from the ACC after a flagrant 2 foul against Duke's Wendell Moore last night.
The new Venture X card from Capital One. Earn 10x miles on hotels and rental cars and 5x miles on flights when you book through Capital One Travel, plus 2x miles on all other purchases. Capital One. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Now your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Greene. That's Greene. Enter it on our station website now.
Log on now to ESPNAVL.com.
He's a degenerate gambler.
You are a smelly pirate hooker.
And he's cheaper than oxygen.
He's useless.
But somehow, they make it work. Jeremy Greene. Tank Spencer. There's no holding back in the Sportsocracy. Presented by Ingalls Supermarkets.
And welcome back into the Ingalls studio here on ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400. This is the Sportsocracy. I'm Tank Spencer. Jeremy Greene is alongside as well. And you can hear us everywhere on the iHeartRadio app, and you can see us everywhere on your device at youtube.com. Just go to the sportsocracy.com. Then you can click on that live video link, subscribe to the channel as well. And while you're there at the sportsocracy.com, go ahead and vote in the most overrated bands bracket. We unveiled some early calls in the most overrated bands of all time bracket. In the first hour, we will do a couple more coming up later on in this hour, but the voting is still open, and we'll have the full advancement of the next round coming up on our Musicocracy Monday next week here in the Sportsocracy. Super Bowl 56 this Sunday. Los Angeles Rams, Cincinnati Bengals. Who you got? It's getting closer to time to make your declaration known. Jeremy already said in the first hour he's on the Rams, or he's on the Bengals to have a comeback victory.
I am. I've looked at how Vegas has this game going, and I think they just forgot one last score. Pro Football Focus put out an article this morning about the best 53 players in this game. Of the top 10, how many do you think are Bengals?
3.
It's exactly 3.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase.
And T. Higgins?
It is T. Higgins.
Mm-hmm.
That is the only 3. Now, they dominate the teens.
Yes. Because I believe, the LA Rams have a whole lot of stars. And so they're going to be loaded at the top with Aaron Donald and Matthew Stafford and Cooper Kupp and all those guys. OBJ, he's got to be in the top 10 there. Jalen Ramsey.
Odell Beckham is 12.
He's 12. Okay. So that would make a lot of sense. But when it comes to depth, the Cincinnati Bengals, I think they got them there.
I'm really excited for this game. This is one of the better matchups that you could have had because there's virtually no way that this game is not exciting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see a path to this being a blowout. Last year was such a disappointment. Kansas City just couldn't play dead in a Western. Tampa Bay knocked poor Pat Mahomes' brains out.
Yes.
I don't see that happening in this game.
I mean, I very well can see that happening in this game. And if it does, it's going to be Joe Burrow getting his head beat in by the LA Rams, the best pass rushing team in the NFL. So if that is to happen to somebody, unfortunately, I believe it's going to happen to Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals. We are joined in the studio this hour by Asheville Police Chief David Zack, as we are before every football weekend. It's time to play Beat the Chief. Tank won again. Yeah, it's been 2 weeks, so I figured I had to remind you guys. I'm back on top after a pretty good conference championship week. I am back atop the standings by 1 game over Jeremy. Overall, Chief and I are tied at 6-4 in our picks in the playoffs. So just the playoff bracket, we've got Jeremy by 1 game, Chief. We got 1 game, so we just have to hold him off for 1 more.
And we got a slew of things to wager on this week.
Oh, okay. So you're going to throw more into it.
Oh,
so
yeah.
we're not just doing spread
going who's going to win the game.
Yeah,
there's no fun in that.
Okay, so this could be a whole lot of fun. But yeah, as it stands right now, Chief and I are tied for first in the playoffs, and I have 1 game on Jeremy overall for the season.
That would mean we have 1 game on Jeremy?
Yes, we have 1 game on Jeremy for the playoffs.
Yeah, he's got a pronoun problem there.
He does.
He does. He always leaves me off.
Did I thought I included you. I apologize.
No, you said
I meant to.
You said I have a 1 game lead over Jeremy.
Yeah. He throws in we when it doesn't really apply unless he's got a squirrel in his pocket, and then doesn't when he needs to.
Oh, it's so confusing sometimes.
It's really not, but continue.
So, Chief, you guys didn't make it out to L.A. for the game.
Yeah.
Are you disappointed by that? Because we were talking about this yesterday. Like,
I
if you got tickets,
I know. We were going, and I must say we were overconfident on the Bills making it, and we had like 5 seats.
Okay.
And yeah, people started bailing.
Okay.
And so then we were like, do we sell? Do we go? And I was like, yeah, maybe we should sell.
Well, see, Jeremy was, and I hope you got everything out of it and more.
Did okay.
But Jeremy was saying yesterday, like, if you had tickets expecting your team to be there, could you still enjoy the game?
No.
Okay.
Absolutely
and that's
not.
exactly what I said.
Absolutely
I gave you
not.
so much credit just for the sheer fact that you were going to go. Because for me, I would have taken the bath. I don't care. I could not physically sit in that stadium. Now, granted, my team never comes close to the Super Bowl, so for me, this is a mythical thought at best.
Right.
I'm not the man I wish I was. I wish I could sit there, and it was like, and I was going in Bills gear.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, I'll go in Bills gear. I'll just go see the foot. And then the more the closer it got, the less enticing it was.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be hard for me, knowing that I bought the tickets on that premise of, if it's just a random thing, like somebody calls you and it's like, hey, I'm going to, it's in Atlanta or something, and we got a ticket. You want to go and your team's not playing it? Okay, fine. But if I went and bought the tickets thinking Tampa's going to be in the Super Bowl again and then they're not, I'd feel a little bit different.
But I mean, that's the thing, when you're buying them, you're not going to get them if you don't roll the dice.
Right.
You're going to pay a tremendous markup.
No doubt.
Or you're going to, yeah, exactly right. So it was like, we kind of rolled the dice. It was, you got to be in it. And we got in, but we got out and we did okay.
Okay. All right. Good deal.
It's, I don't feel any less a fan for it.
All right. And I don't think anybody should fault you for that.
Well, I would hope your listeners agree.
I was giving you all the credit in the world. That
I don't deserve it. I don't deserve it.
Because I would have gone solely for the halftime show. That's the only way I could have wrapped my brain around.
I think that kind of finished it off for me. Was the actual halftime show, and it's like, I'm probably not going to enjoy that.
Really?
Yeah, no, that's just not my thing. Yeah, it's not my thing. I like Snoop, but I mean, I don't. Yeah.
Who's the best halftime show you've ever seen was?
See, I'm old, man. So I mean, like Springsteen, I mean, when Springsteen,
no.
I was a Springsteen guy. But you got to remember, I mean, I've been to how many Springsteen concerts? I mean, so it's a different connection for me.
Don't look at the overrated bands bracket.
I'm glad you brought that up. So
because I know it was rated. I mean, people thought it was horrible, but for a Springsteen fan, it
was great.
He's always good, man.
Yeah.
So is that your favorite band of all time? Springsteen.
I actually there was actually another band that I was like super psyched on, and then like I'm embarrassed to say who they were.
Unless it's in sync,
I don't feel
like
come on.
Not in sync.
I don't feel like the payoff on this one
It
is
was
bad as
not,
I think it is.
and I'll tell you, after their halftime show, I never listened to them again.
Oh, please don't say you too.
No, not you two. Can I say?
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Creed.
Yeah, yeah.
It was and it was. I mean, I was one of those.
They did a halftime show.
Yeah, right?
I don't even remember that.
Didn't they do like some streaming from the crowd thing? It was real weird, and like back in the day, I was a Creed guy. I thought they were going to be like the next and then you're like, what? Like, what was that? And who are? But
there is no Creed derision allowed here. So we've been doing an overrated bands bracket. All right, so
I think Creed's right at the top.
Creed is.
I was young and foolish.
Buoyed.
I was young and foolish.
I believe currently Creed is being buoyed only by my love of them, because they were.
I dug those,
destroying who they were lined up against. But now it's gotten very close.
Now it's a joke. To say that you like them, people laugh at you.
So if you had to name a band that was in your lifetime that was horribly overrated, who is it?
And it would be Creed.
Oh,
it would be Creed.
We started so well there. That it was into Creed.
I don't listen. I mean, I haven't listened to Creed in how long? When?
I'm not gonna lie. I've listened to Creed today. Today, sitting in this chair.
Is that what you were over there whispering earlier today?
I love Creed. I still love Creed, and I'll go back and listen to it.
And I'd have to, we'd have to go back and go through because I can't remember a lot of the halftime shows.
If you look at that screen behind you, in the next segment, we're going to unveil the ones that have already advanced. The first two, you've got a lovely a Kiss is a number one because Kiss is so grossly overrated.
No,
I hate Kiss. I can't stand Kiss.
I like
He loves Kiss. He loves Kiss.
I can't stand Kiss. Yeah, Creed's lined up with Motley Crue. Got a little Guns N' Roses in there.
No, Motley Crue.
I can't do Motley Crue. Why? AC/DC was a 2.
I don't understand the Crew hate from you.
I love AC/DC.
Yeah, AC/DC's they're in a dogfight right now with Shinedown.
Which makes my soul happy.
Def Leppard's
because he tried to convince me that AC/DC they're the most overrated band. They're gonna go all the way in this.
And by the way, if you're from Buffalo, you're not allowed to listen to Bon Jovi.
You're not allowed?
No.
Why?
No, because Bon Jovi tried to buy the Bills.
Did he?
I don't remember that.
And Bon Jovi tried to buy the Bills, and then a memo leaked that his true intention was to move the team to Toronto.
Oh.
So that was the rumor at the time, and it's still, people still feel that way. And there's been so much backlash from Buffalo towards Bon Jovi that Bon Jovi has now said he'll never play Buffalo again.
Nice.
That's cool.
Buffalo's blessed in that regard.
Hey, Buffalo's hardcore, man.
Yeah, I love that.
It's like when we draw the line in the sand, don't cross it, man.
So Creed played a halftime show. I guess this is the one that you're thinking of. 2001. in Dallas, Texas on Thanksgiving when the Cowboys took on the Broncos.
That's what.
Oh, so it wasn't a Super Bowl?
It wasn't a Super Bowl.
Oh, it was a horrible performance.
It was a Thanksgiving thing, and you were right. They were like rappelling all over the place.
It was
and
ridiculous.
Doing things in the crowd.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah,
so,
when we put the bracket together, so we put this out, it started as a concept of, because I believe there is one band that is just so grossly overrated that everyone loves, and I've never been able to figure out why.
And it's Kiss?
It's the Beatles. I have never been able to figure out why people like this.
I love how his jaw just almost hit the table.
You can't see him on camera, but literally his mouth opened just a hair. He's measuredly trying not to swear.
All right, so I have whatever, was it Sirius or whatever the hell I got in the car?
Yeah.
I go only between Beatles and Springsteen. That's all I listen to.
That's two of the three that I said were the most over. I cannot.
You're a horrible man. He's a horrible man.
That's what I'm saying.
I cannot stand Bruce Springsteen. I just, and not even as the person. I listen to the songs and go, how is that better than Huey Lewis?
Days.
It's so terrible.
Yeah, they'll pass you by. Yeah.
Okay, Tank.
He's like, don't do that again.
Please
don't
stop.
do that. That's highly overrated right there.
Yeah, if that's not enough to make you hate Bruce Springsteen, just that might come out of his mouth again.
I'm actually now
his was Nirvana.
Rethinking it. Nirvana?
He thought Nirvana was the most overrated band of all time.
I don't agree with that.
Oh, I didn't either. And guess what?
Neither
did the lovely listeners of this show.
Where did the listeners stand on Kiss, though?
Kiss won pretty convincing.
Heavily.
Now, granted,
it's overrated.
Heavily overrated. Yeah.
Now,
they're just fun. Kiss is just fun.
Yeah.
What will be interesting to me is to see how Kiss does as they move through it, because the next round they'll either take on Bon Jovi or the Sex Pistols.
Oh man, see, this is. Forget football. I want to be in on this one.
Yes,
I want to be in on
we can 100% make that happen.
I want in on this.
Absolutely.
So, the thing is that we put it out there, and we were like, "Oh, bands that get mentioned enough times, we'll put them in the bracket." Well, the only problem is that we had 60 bands mentioned. I went, well, we were thinking 16, but we got to 60.
And now, because I don't have enormous range in music. And then it's Southern rock. I love Southern rock.
Mm-hmm.
There were
like Skynyrd and stuff like. I mean,
Skynyrd did not get on this.
Skynyrd did not make the ballot, but they were very close.
I love Skynyrd.
We didn't get as much Skynyrd derision as I thought.
I got a whole playlist of like Skynyrd, 38 Special, Allman Brothers, and
I feel like had we been doing this in any other region of the country, those bands would have been mentioned. Allman Brothers, Leonard Skynyrd.
As
Molly
overrated?
Hatchet. Yeah.
Really?
I think they would be.
Really?
But in the South, I mean, that's sacrilege. You don't talk bad about Leonard Skynyrd and Allman Brothers and stuff like that in the South.
Yeah,
don't do that.
That's baffling.
John DeLon in the comments said, asked if you could physically give me a ticket for having bad taste in music.
Give you a ticket?
Yeah.
Is that a
citation? They're gone.
I have this philosophy, all right? It falls with movies. It falls with music. It falls with virtually everything. I don't like old stuff. I don't.
I like old stuff. Like the 80s was horrible.
Yeah, like Bret Michaels was awful.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, Slayer, all those bands, the hair bands of the 80s, awful. I didn't listen to them then. But I mean, I listen to the exact same stuff I listened to growing up, and I have not evolved one bit in my musical taste.
Right.
One of the hardest things of doing this job is that we are sandwiched right in between Kiss, of which if you ask me to name a popular country act right now, I could go Luke Combs, and then I would have to bow out because I love Luke
Combs.
And knowing him, and I know some of the people that are on his tour.
I know he's local, and I don't say that because he's local. He's pretty cool.
He's such a wonderful guy. And then we have Star behind us, which is all pop, literally modern pop, which to me is an accost on your earlobes. So every time that door opens, I hear things and I go, what is that? There's a band that, and I couldn't tell you the name of the song, but I hear it just all the time. It is so bad. And I just recently found out it was Maroon 5.
Oh, yeah.
If you told me I had to listen to nails on a chalkboard or the sound of somebody trying to sand down a spare tire, I would listen to both of those at the same time with two cats fighting in the background before I would listen to Maroon 5.
Well, let me explain the
pretty
Kiss thing.
aggressive.
And a lot of this, I mean, I'm 59 years old, man. So when I was a kid, like your parents would not let you listen to Kiss. My parents would you had to hide. I think the first album I bought was like Kiss Destroyer or something like that. And it was like you had to hide the record.
Yeah.
So I think that probably kind of is like the reason why I kind of dug them is because my parents said I couldn't listen to them.
Oh, yeah.
By the way,
that's why I love Dr. Dre so much. Because
that's just silly. But tell your story.
No, I mean when I was growing up, my parents, I got the Chronic album, and
there's
they were
something
like,
to
you
it.
can't listen to that. You got to take that away.
There's something to it.
Yeah, mine wouldn't let me listen.
What
to
was
Eminem.
the first album you ever bought?
First album I ever bought? It's Creed.
It was Creed.
It was Creed, Matchbox 20, and Hootie and the Blowfish.
I am so much older than you guys.
First album I ever bought in my life was, and I bought 3 of them together. 2 of them were bangers, and the third one was really good.
And what did you buy, Tim?
My first one that I purchased with my own money was, I think I bought the Evil Empire by the Rage Against the Machine. I think that was like eighth grade, something like that.
Right.
Yeah, then I went to the next 2 were Eminem, and I specifically remember buying that for a school trip so I could listen to it on the bus.
I met Eminem.
Really?
Quite by accident, before he was big.
Yeah.
Like standing in Albany. He was playing in Albany, New York.
I thought you were about to say you arrested him, and I was going to go, this is what I want to talk about.
Oh, no, I got another rapper I arrested, but I don't think he just passed away.
Oh.
Okay, in the break, you're going to have to
we're going to have to talk about
this. For future reference, I'm enjoying this thoroughly. We're going to have to keep doing this every Friday moving forward.
Absolutely. You are in the Sportsocracy here on ESPN, Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400. We will talk about the Super Bowl coming up next. We'll give our picks, prop bets, all of that, plus some breaking news about who's going to be playing in the Super Bowl this weekend.
This is your Exergen Temporal Scanner weather forecast on ESPN Asheville.
Sunshine in the forecast, and numbers pretty nice here for the top of the weekend. It does turn colder for Valentine's, though, with a cold front marching through the Carolina forecast on Sunday coming up. 36 our low tonight in the valley. Partly cloudy Saturday, high 56, low 28. And then some morning clouds Sunday, colder, high 38, low Sunday night down into the teens at 18 degrees. I'm meteorologist Scott Lauriamore. That's the latest Weather Channel forecast.
This is your time saver traffic on the new ESPN Asheville.
Driving slow 240 westbound between Charlotte Street and Montford Avenue, 26 westbound slow between Hendersonville Road and the Blue Ridge Parkway, 26 on the eastbound side, light delays between Bavard Road and Long Shoals Road. 40 westbound in Haywood County, traffic stop and go between Vines Creek Road and Harmon Den Road. In Fletcher, Hendersonville Road northbound slow between the Cane Creek and Fanning Bridge Road, and Hendersonville Road southbound is slow in pockets between Biltmore Forest and Long Shoals Road. Sweeten Creek Road north and southbound is stop and go approaching Mills Gap Road. Smoky Park Highway northbound approaching Sand Hill Road delays. And NC 191 Brevard Road north and southbound near Long Shoals Road delays. I'm Lyndon Phil with your Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Warehouse's Clean Shop Promise. It's the President's Day sale at Mattress Warehouse. Save up to $800 on major national brands. Buy one, get one 50% off select pillows. Get free next day delivery and 0% interest financing on qualifying purchases. Visit sleephappens.com.
What's that? Oh, you hate your job. Well, just spreak up a little. Right, not speak up. Spreak up. You know, if you have something to say, you have a passion you could spend hours talking about every day, if you've always fantasized about doing a podcast, you just have to spreak up. That's what we call it over at Spreaker.com. S-P-R-E-A-K-E-R from iHeart. It's the easiest way to podcast and get paid for it. So, you know, spreak up. Spreak for yourself. Spreak your mind. Spreak now or forever hold your peace. Spreaker.com.
For my small bookstore to thrive, I can't just sell books. So I created a radio ad at iHeartAdBuilder.com to tell everyone about our author events, our story hours for kids, and our amazing lattes. Now we're busier than ever. I'd call that a success story.
A custom radio ad from iHeart Ad Builder is the fast, affordable way to drive customers to your business. Put the power of radio to work for you. Get started now at iHeartAdBuilder.com.
It's the President's Day sale at Mattress Warehouse. Save up to $800 on major national brands. Buy one, get one 50% off select pillows. Get free next-day delivery and 0% interest financing on qualifying purchases. Visit sleephappens.com.
You're always up for some fun with the family, so you order the essentials, a new board game, some baking supplies, and even a new projector for outdoor movie night. And with the Bank of America customized Cash Rewards credit card, you can choose to earn 3% cash back on online shopping, which could increase to up to 5.25% as a preferred rewards member. Rewards which you can put toward an extra treat that everyone will enjoy, like an old-fashioned popcorn machine. Visit bankofamerica.com/more rewarding and apply now. Copyright 2021 Bank of America Corporation.
Taco Bell presents a get-out-of-bedtime story. It's time to wake up from this amazing dream, even though you're jet skiing on lemonade. How extreme! And oh, look at that, you just won the lottery. Is that a castle? Take the keys, it's your property. What's better than swimming in space? Just wait for the big reveal. It's Taco Bell breakfast and it's actually real. So it's time to wake up and bid your dreams farewell. Because toasted breakfast burritos are waiting for you, only at Taco Bell. At participating Taco Bell locations near you during breakfast hours only.
I believe real estate isn't about properties. It's about people. I am Clarissa Marshall with eXp Realty, serving all of Western North Carolina. Navigating the home buying and selling journey can feel overwhelming at times, and that's why having an agent who cares about you and your needs is key. I'm a native of Western North Carolina, and I close over a home a week. I'm an expert in the market, pricing my sellers correctly to net you the most money, and working as a skilled negotiator for my buyers. Please give me a call today at 828-774-6343 to set up a complimentary market analysis.
Tank one. Tank one. Yeah, I won the conference championship round of Beat the Chief. Asheville Police Chief David Zach joining us here in the ESPN Asheville studio. And Chief and I have a one-game lead on Jeremy in just picking the playoff games. I have a one-game lead on him in the overall contest for the season. But it's all, I mean, we're working together here, Chief. It's me and you tag teaming up against Jeremy, just to make sure that he doesn't come away with the title here.
We have a series of super chats to get to.
We do? All right.
Armchair Commentary said, before the Pagula's Buffalo ownership was trash, if not for the market rights, it would have happened already. Are you a big fan of the Pagula's owning the Bills?
You know what? They've done so much for the city of Buffalo outside of the sports franchises. And you know, we love them for the Bills, but the Buffalo Sabres are such a disaster. So there's like this divide. But they've done great things for the city. And, by the way, when their daughter was getting married, they got married at the Biltmore.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
That's awesome.
Well, all things Buffalo, you may
lots of
consider me your source.
Indeed.
Nice.
We've got one more from Rob Johnson.
I'm your Huckleberry.
Get a three-piece band together, play power chords, and act all depressed, and you get Nirvana. You're not wrong.
No.
That is not incorrect.
No.
That is not incorrect.
I'd say the same thing about Pearl Jam.
Stop with the Pearl Jam slander. They did a song with My Name is the title. So great band.
My youngest brother he's like all over Pearl Jam.
I love
Pearl
Jam.
I like Pearl Jam. I like Pearl Jam.
All right, and we have breaking news.
Who's gonna break the news? Who's gonna break the news? Who's gonna break the news? Who's gonna break the news?
I don't know if this is going to, upset the apple cart here when you're making your Super Bowl pick, but I feel like it's a pretty important part of the game and a very important part of the Rams offense not going to be on the field. The Rams have placed Tyler Higbee on IR.
And it's not just Tyler Higbee.
No, Joel Noteboom as well.
Joe Noteboom out too.
Yep.
But they did activate Sebastian Joseph Day and Darrell Henderson. So get those two guys back for the Super Bowl. That changes absolutely nothing in this game pick for me.
I'm your Huckleberry.
But we give credit to Matthew Hoffman for breaking that one in our chat comments.
Absolutely. You can hit us up on thesportsocracy.com. Click on that live video link. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can get in the chat as well and break news for us.
We have started a tremendous chat conversation about first albums that you ever bought and the repercussions when your parents heard them. In large part, first album you ever remember buying, your parents were not a fan of it. That seems to be a very consistent theme.
I think when my dad found my Kiss album, he just said, "You're stupid."
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't know what you're doing.
I could remember a row in my house as well after my dad found my sister had a 2 Live Crew tape.
I had. I'm not gonna lie. I had some. I did some of that as well. That's why this Super Bowl is so good to me, because the halftime show is a series of people that I have loved my entire life.
Right, but it's like our childhood naughtiness is now being accepted on the mainstream. Like,
all my childhood naughtiness is dead.
Is dead.
Mostly. The bands are no longer with their original members.
Well, that's
in some way, shape, or form.
It's a little depressing, but it is
still good.
It is what it is. That's how it gets.
They had good lives.
They had good lives.
I would have taken 15 minutes of theirs for most of mine.
Right.
So
All right. Are we ready to start picking here, Jeremy? You got everything laid out that you're going to make us pick on here?
I do, and we're going to go across the entire scope of the game.
Okay.
Right.
So the first of and we have 10. All right, so the 10 things, some of them, not going to lie, you just got to roll the dice. First one, heads or tails. We're opening the picking of the props and the game and all the things with literally a coin toss.
Okay, can I seek some help? Can I phone a friend on that?
Absolutely.
What did the Chiefs pick when they beat the Bills in the overtime?
That was heads.
And they won that.
They did.
Tails.
Always go tails.
Tails never fails.
Yeah.
Across the board. I was a heads guy for the longest time. Now
I've heard that about you.
Oh, God, I'm so excited that we get to do this throughout. Not talking about football. Oh, these are going to be my favorite hour of the week moving forward. Oh, I love this idea that it mutated from the band bracket. If that band bracket doesn't yield anything else, the sheer fact that I now know how the last hour of this show is going to go every week, it makes me feel warm and fuzzy on the inside.
All right, we're all on tails for the coin flip. Next.
Who wins the coin flip? Bengals, Rams. And I promise you they get much less coin flippy from here.
I'm going Rams. Rams win the coin flip.
Rams got hope and feel. They know the wind.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going Bengals. All right, now we're going to go actual player props. The first one, Joe Burrow passing yards. 276.5. That is the line. Over or under?
Over.
I'm going to go under.
I think this is the stupidest line I've ever seen because I don't see any shot he doesn't go over this. None. If he goes under that, they are going to get eviscerated.
Well, if they go under that, they're way up and they're running the ball, right?
Or Joe might have gone
so throw
home.
7 interceptions? Or
yeah, he might have gone home.
Okay.
That's the only. I'm saying over comfortably.
Okay. I'm going under.
Same question. Matthew Stafford, line is 280.5. I'm dumbfounded that the number for Stafford's higher than Burrow.
Yeah, I don't understand that, but I'll go over on that too, though. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game.
Yeah. I'm going to go over. I'll go over the 280 for Matthew Stafford.
And I'm going to be the differentiator here, and I'll go under. I think it'll be close, but I could see the Rams trying to run. McVay has this. There's this thought that he's just this pass-happy, throw it all over the yard kind of coach. He's really not.
Mm-hmm.
And when things go his way, he wants to run more than people think. So I'm going to say under.
Okay.
Not by much, but I do think it's incredibly stupid that Stafford's is 3 yards higher than Joe Burrow's. That doesn't make a ton of sense to me. All right, the 2 biggest receivers in the game, Jamar Chase, total yards, line 79.5. This is one of the few stats in this game that I actually legitimately think will control the narrative.
Total yards, 79.5. I'm going over. I think it's going to be. I think he'll be over 100 yards easy.
You're looking at me.
I'm gonna go over, but I don't love it.
Yeah, I don't either, but I'm going over.
See, the one I'm more on is T. Higgins. Because what I could see happening is Jamar Chase has 2 or 3 catches on the first drive, and they just go, we're done with this.
Yeah,
we don't like shadowing people, but you know what, Jalen Ramsey, we gave you $1 billion, and we gave up 2 ones to get you. This is what you're here for.
Right.
Go get Jamar Chase. If you're curious, the line on T. Higgins is 70.5. And I would be
close.
all over. This is not one we're picking. I just was throwing it out there that I would be all over that. Cooper Kupp, total receiving yards. What do you think the line on this is? I want to see if either one of you can come even close. Jamar Chase was 79.5.
96.
102.
You're both too low. It's 106.5. That might be the highest prop number I have ever seen.
Wow.
That's a lot.
The
that
prop
is a ton.
Yeah, the fact that is the starting spot.
That's the line. That is insane.
He did break the record this year for most 100-yard games in a season. So
I'm gonna let you two pick this first.
I'm gonna go over.
Are we on Higgins or are we on Kupp?
We're on Kupp.
106.5.
I'll go under on Kupp.
I'm going aggressively under. I think that is aggressively under.
Okay.
I think this is more an Odell Beckham Jr. game than it is Cooper Kupp. If the Rams are going to win. The slot is, I like Mike Hilton a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Jesse Bates over the top. There will be none of those, hey, who had Cooper Kupp moments. I can promise you that. I've seen that now 2 weeks in a row. 49ers last week, or now 2 weeks ago, and Tampa the week before that. That is not happening in this game.
I would agree.
Jesse Bates is one of my favorite players in the NFL, and I think he just keeps that from happening. All right. Joe Mixon, total rushing yards. The line, went off my screen. Come back. 60.5. This one's easy to me as well.
I'll go over on that.
I'm going aggressively over.
You're going aggressively over 60 yards.
Because to me, that's the only way that you can keep Aaron Donald off of Joe Burrow.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have to punish them for sending Von Miller, sending Leonard Floyd, Donald getting upfield so fast. You're going to have to draw. This goes the way I think it's going to. It's going to work.
I agree. I think that I was surprised it was that low. I was thinking like mid to high 70s.
It started higher. It's come down all week. That's the reason I had to refresh it because I think it's dropped a yard since we started this show.
He's not going to break 100. I don't
think
see that. I don't see that.
If he does, they're going to win.
He's one of
if he does, things are going very well. If he breaks 100.
He is one of my favorite low key shots at winning the MVP because I can see a path that he's so good that you can't not give it to him.
Yeah. By the way, in 6 consecutive Super Bowls, all of the champions have had a running back that has gone for at least 90 yards from scrimmage and scored a touchdown. So if that happens, it'd be a good sign for the Cincinnati Bengals to be the Super Bowl champions. I'm going to go over 2, but I don't know that he's going to go way over that.
I think it's way over. I think he'll be somewhere in the 100, 110 range.
All right, so we're all on the over for Joe Mixon. And what was it, 60.5?
60.5.
60.5 rushing yards.
All right, Cam Akers, total rushing yards. This one's 3 yards higher, too, which is dumb to me.
That's dumb. Under.
I'm going to go over. The number has come to, I think both of these numbers are too low. This is one of those, the narrative has shaped the line, and now we've gotten to this point, and I think it's really stupid. All right, this one is one that we're probably not going to agree on, and it might kind of tip your hand on where you're going to go.
Okay.
Pick your MVP. Stafford is plus 125. Joe Burrow is plus 225. Kupp is plus 550. Every other player is over plus 1,000.
I will say, aside from Cooper Kupp breaking the all-time record for receptions and receiving yards and possibly touchdowns caught, it's going to be Matthew Stafford. I think Stafford's going to I think LA wins the game, and I don't think it's going to anybody but a quarterback. So, Matthew Stafford.
Oh, I think it'll definitely be a quarterback. I don't think there's any doubt.
I love that not only am I going to disagree with you, but I'm going to catch a huge numerical advantage.
You know, I have not given Cincinnati their due all year.
Nobody has.
No one has. And I just want Cincinnati to win so bad, and I love Burrow. I'm going Burrow.
Okay.
I'm going to disagree with both of you. And this could be me chasing number, but the number's just so unbelievably high. I said in the first hour, I think Cincinnati Bengals are going to win this game.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have to see something special from somebody not named Joe Burrow for them to win MVP. Joe Mixon's plus 3,300.
Shoo.
That is insane. And I could see a path that he's the X factor in this game.
Okay.
That is what keeps Donald off of him. That is what keeps Von Miller off of him. Burrow has a good, not great game, and Joe Mixon is just unbelievably good.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to see Burrow light it up.
Oh, that's where I'm at.
Burrow
I think
is cool.
He's the new Joe Namath. That's exactly who he is. He's modern-day Joe Namath.
He is cool.
If he was wearing a fur coat, would it shock you? Sitting there smoking a cigar wearing a fur coat. I can 100% say that Joe Burrow.
It does not seem as if the moment's too big for him.
No.
At all.
There is no moment too big for him.
He's plus 225 for what it's worth.
Yeah,
and I think that is – Vegas seems to have a drastic Rams lean in this game.
That doesn't surprise me, though.
It surprises me how overtly obvious they're being about it.
Well, I mean, it's – first off, they're at home.
The home thing doesn't matter. They don't sell that out when they're at home. When this is an actual home game, they don't sell that place out. That is the most irrelevant thing that I've heard more people say, and it is so unbelievably stupid.
Really?
Yes.
There's nothing to being able to stay in your own room.
Eric Dickerson's one of the greatest players
routine.
in the history of this franchise. He said it's a Raiders town. They play in Vegas.
I'm not talking about the fans. I'm talking about just the routine of being through the same
overrated.
thing.
It's so overrated.
I
could just sleep in my own bed.
I couldn't, even if I thought the Rams were watching the conference chat, and then they start panning to the Hollywood celebrities, and I'm like, just Cincinnati, go in there and kick there.
Yeah.
That I'm watching DiCaprio, and I'll pretend that they're hardcore football fans,
right.
And I'm like, just beat their brains. And I love Matt Stafford. I think he's great. I love, but I hate LA.
You just hate LA, and that's fine.
I'm East Coast,
Look, I've been to LA. I know how that city rolls. This will be the quietest Super Bowl you have ever seen. And they're always much quieter than you think.
Mm-hmm.
I've been told that by multiple people that have covered these as media people. It blows your mind how quiet they are because the tickets are so expensive that you don't have Johnny from the docks out here screaming.
Right.
It's just a different crowd. That home element means nothing to me.
You mean Tommy from the docks?
It could be Tommy, could be Johnny, could be all kinds of people.
We're halfway there.
Yeah. That's a Bon Jovi reference.
Living on a prayer there.
I did not. Oh, yeah.
Tommy,
I did know
Tommy
that.
always works on the docks.
I don't know who Tommy is. Who's Tommy?
Sorry, Buffalo.
All right, so that was 9.
Yep, and the last two are the over/under and the actual winner, which we'll do after the commercial break.
All right, very good.
But we have two things to pay off.
Okay.
First of all, we have to unveil the other two brackets.
Oh, yeah.
Because one of them is almost completely done.
That's right. Okay. All right. So the overrated band brackets, you can vote on them now at thesportsocracy.com. Jeremy's going to flash this up on the screen. Just go to thesportsocracy.com and click on the live video link, and you can see these as well. The Beatles easily moving on in the Justin Bieber bracket.
And I think that was a narrative of the B-52s are just not rated enough.
No.
I really wish that had been the Who in hindsight.
Linkin Park demolishes Queen.
Demolished them. Third biggest margin of victory of any. That one stunned me.
Journey's going home from the overrated bands bracket because the Dixie Chicks, or don't call them the Dixie Chicks, the Chicks. The Chicks.
Awful.
Have moved on as a 12 seed over a 5.
I don't even think they're good enough to be overrated.
There are still people that believe in them, and
Really?
at this point, if they've sold more than 4 CDs in the last 10 years, they're overrated.
Imagine Dragons beats Led Zeppelin handily.
The second biggest margin of victory of any of these matchups.
The 10 seed over the 7 seed. So glad to see there are some people out there who are, not too crazy about the fact that Led Zeppelin ended up in this. And how in the heck did Weezer get more overrated votes than...
I have no idea. Pink Floyd, to me, they should have been in the Final Four.
No.
You hate Floyd?
I cannot stand Pink Floyd.
He hates all old music.
I don't do crimes, and I've never done crimes, okay? So I never experienced the hallucinogenic things that I think it requires for you to enjoy Pink Floyd at the highest levels.
You should at least try. I mean, I feel like you should at least try.
I don't feel like that's something you should have said in front of the chief of police.
Don't worry, I wasn't buying the whole I don't do crimes thing.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
Dark Side of the Moon?
I was trying to throw me off on that.
Right. You can put on Dark Side of the Moon while you got Wizard of Oz on the television. It matches up perfectly.
Yeah, Tool. There were 2 bands in this that I don't do the thing that is a prerequisite to love them. Pink Floyd and Tool. That's it.
All right, so those are the ones that were way out of hand. We already called the races in the Justin Bieber bracket.
And the rest of them that are available will be put out on our social medias. They will be polls, and it is just who wins them. There will be the previous voting. There will be a little bit of a margin for error on the team on the band that was winning, but you can vote on those all weekend long at the Sportsocracy on all social medias. The Drake bracket, it's almost done. The only one that's not done is the Stones.
Wow. So the Rolling Stones and Radiohead are apparently too close to call right now, but everything else is decided. So Rush beats Fleetwood Mac, which I agree with. The Beach Boys, more overrated than the Beastie Boys.
I thought the Beastie Boys were a dark horse to win this.
Nah. You're the only white guy your age that doesn't like the Beastie Boys.
It's fine. The people have spoken, and they can't stand.
The number 13 seed Florida Georgia Line demolishes the Dave Matthews Band to move on.
And good. Dave Matthews, not overrated. Great.
There's something very upsetting to me on that.
Number 6 seed Fish, they move on, beating Bush. Pearl Jam takes down Boston.
Is that the one that was upsetting to you?
Foo Fighters.
The Foo Fighters get
I don't even know
out.
how. I don't even know how the Foo Fighters are on this list. They are my absolute favorite.
Really?
I love the Foo Fighters.
Okay.
I saw them at Austin City Limits a few years back, and Dave Grohl had a broken leg and played the whole show like sitting on a throne.
That's rock and roll right there.
He's like the nicest guy in rock and roll, man.
Yeah.
I love the Foo Fighters.
I had no qualms with the Foo Fighters being on it, but when I saw the draw, I went, Joe, you're going to lose to Coldplay because they're awful.
Oh, Coldplay.
So Coldplay, the 10 seed, beats the Foo Fighters, and then Rascal Flatts demolishes Nirvana as the most overrated band in that bracket. So the 15 seed moving on to take on the 10 seed.
Didn't
Coldplay
go well.
and Rascal Flatts. That's going to be a spicy one next week.
Well, there's one of these in every tournament. There's always 2 Cinderellas that beat each other, and you wind up here, and that's what we have with Rascal Flatts.
Absolutely. So
it's like a who cares ball.
Yeah. Again, you can still vote on the most overrated bands bracket. The first round voting will be open until Monday. So go to thesportsocracy.com. Make sure that your voice is heard. Let's wager some money here. Jeremy, ready to put 5 on it?
Last night went really well.
Oh, good.
Other than Purdue, who got just
killed by
boat
Michigan.
Raced.
Yeah.
Hey, Michigan, where's that been all year?
Right.
Why do you keep costing me money? It makes me really angry. I got 3 tonight. First one, my 2022 NBA champion Denver Nuggets are a 6-point dog tonight at Boston. I got 50 on it. Denver's one of the best road teams in the league. Boston's in a little bit of a kerfuffle because they made moves at the deadline, missing pieces. Guys are going to have to play tonight. Can't tell you that I think I would take Denver in the money line, but I can tell you they're going to cover the 6. I got 50 on it, Denver plus 6. Next, over 206 between the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Philadelphia 76ers. I got 50 on it. There is no James Harden in this game. Philadelphia traded a lot of pieces, so you're going to see players play in this game that probably don't belong in the NBA, and only 75% of them are going to be playing for the Thunder. This game goes easily over to me. I could see this being – they could go over this with 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. I got 50 on it, over 206 between the Thunder and the Philadelphia 76ers. And finally, I had to deep dive for this one drastically. I got 25 on it. St. Bonaventure travels to St. Louis tonight. Two really good defensive teams. Both want to get to the basket, but both really good around the basket. The winner of that game might be the first one to 40. I got 25 on it. Under 137 between the Bonnies and the Billikens.
When I saw this, I went, SB, is that Santa Barbara? What are we wagering on right now?
Stony Brook games now? Nope. St. Bonaventure.
Is that some NHL team that I don't know about? What was that?
My daughter went to St. Bonaventure.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
All right. One of the Bonnies.
I didn't pick the game, but if I was picking it, I would take the Bonnies tonight.
Okay. All right. You can take all those wagers over to betus.com. BetUS.com. Use the promo code SPORTSOCRACY. Get a 125% deposit bonus on whatever you put in, up to $2,500. Take a quick break. When we come back, Jeremy, myself, and the Chief, Asheville Police Chief David Zach, will give you our final picks for the Super Bowl. Who's going to win? The over, under, and the spread.
Final score.
And the final score. We'll try to we'll try to get that in there as well. Coming up after the break right here on ESPN Asheville. We're playing Beat the Chief with Asheville Police Chief David Zach, and it's brought to you by Clarissa Marshall of eXp Realty. Go to ClarissaSellsWNC.com.
This is your time saver traffic on the new ESPN Asheville.
Traffic is stop and go 26 westbound after Chimney Rock Road and continuing to the Blue Ridge Parkway. 40 westbound Haywood County stop and go between Fines Creek Road and Harmon-Den Road. Smoky Park Highway northbound approaching Sand Hill Road is slow. Near Avery Creek Boulevard Road north and southbound approaching Long Shoals Road, traffic is stop and go. Sweeten Creek Road southbound stop and go between the Blue Ridge Parkway and Mills Gap Road. Sweeten Creek Road northbound is slow between the Royal Pines area and Mills Gap Road. Hendersonville Road southbound slow between the Blue Ridge Parkway and Overlook Road. I'm Lindenfield with your time saver traffic.
This report is sponsored by Liberty Mutual Insurance, where you only pay for what you need.
Liberty. Nobody should have to pay for one-size-fits-all insurance coverage. Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance so you only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Hey folks, DG here asking you to give yourself the gift of Asheville Smiles here in 2022. Studies have linked untreated gum disease to heart disease, erectile dysfunction, systemic diseases, premature birth, joint issues, and much more. Everything is connected. And seeing a dentist every 6 months is important for your overall health. For top-notch dental care from Dr. Rebecca Merrill here in Asheville, call 828-251-2426 or AshevilleSmiles.com.
If you suffer from chronic joint pain, don't assume that steroid shots, pain pills, and surgery are your only options. You can now get real, lasting, life-changing relief from QC Kinetics. QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in using biologic therapies to repair damaged tissue in your aching joints. This advanced, unique treatment protocol uses natural biologic agents, mostly from your own body. These powerful, highly concentrated growth factors are put directly into your affected joint, going to work to soothe the inflammation and restore damaged tissue. A truly regenerative treatment. Finally, a new, different, highly successful approach to dealing with joint pain. Is it time you got a second opinion? Call QC Kinetics now and wake up to a life without pain. Call QC Kinetics today at 828-333-9517. That's 828-333-9517. QC Kinetics.
Taco Bell presents a get-out-of-bedtime story. It's time to wake up from this amazing dream, even though you're jet skiing on lemonade. How extreme! And oh, look at that, you just won the lottery. Is that a castle? Take the keys, it's your property. What's better than swimming in space? Just wait for the big reveal. It's Taco Bell breakfast and it's actually real. So it's time to wake up and bid your dreams farewell. Cause toasted breakfast burritos are waiting for you, only at Taco Bell. At participating Taco Bell locations near you during breakfast hours only.
Saving at the Home Depot means you can do more for less. Like making your laundry and life easier with a Samsung laundry pair with steam technology that eliminates stains and reduces wrinkles and odors. Enjoy savings on top-rated appliances online, in-store, or on the Home Depot app. The Home Depot. How doers get more done. U.S. only while supplies last. Valid February 10th through March 2nd, 2022. Free delivery applies to orders of $396 or more.
Did you know select Ingalls markets now offer curbside service? Shopping has never been easier with all the quality and service you expect from Ingalls. Visit Ingalls-markets.com to find a store near you and start shopping.
Hey guys, I'm Ziggy, your local Philly girl, owner of Ziggy's Bakery and Deli. I've created a traditional northern deli with only the most authentic cheesesteaks outside of Philadelphia, served with provolone, white American, or Cheese Whiz. Our other classic deli sandwiches are made with the best quality meats and cheeses, available sliced by the pound. Join us for breakfast for house-made bagels with our custom cream cheeses. Or for something heartier, try a pork roll, egg and cheese, or house-cured lox. Ziggy's Bakery and Deli, in the corner of Asheville Commons, 1550 Hendersonville Road, open 8 to 3, Tuesday through Saturday.
I'm not going to do it again. You've heard it already. It is Play and Beat the Chief here on ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM and 1400. I'm Tank Spencer. Jeremy Greene's alongside. Asheville Police Chief David Zach is here with us as well. And Beat the Chief brought to you by Clarissa Marshall of eXp Realty. Go to ClarissaSellsWNC.com. Now, we've got two more picks to make here.
Yep.
We got the over-under for Super Bowl 56 coming up this Sunday. You can join us down at the Social in East Asheville on Sunday. First come, first serve, $20 cover charge. They're going to have all the food laid out there for you. The over-under in this game is 48.5.
Stupid. Over. Aggressively.
Agreed. Over. We're all on the over aggressively. All right. Now, I guess we're just doing closest to the pin here. The closest to the pin on the final score of the game. Jeremy, you've already given yours, so go ahead and repeat it for those who may not have heard it.
I'm going 34-30 Cincinnati Bengals. I think they score one late. I'm going to repeat what
I'm your Huckleberry.
Matthew Hoffman super chatted in our comments. Bengals have been road dogs the entire postseason.
Mm-hmm.
The road dogs here. Do it again.
Do it again.
Cincinnati Bengals. Who do you think will beat them Bengals?
All right, Chief, what do you think?
Wait, what was it? What was the over? I made this mistake the last time, and
it was 48.5.
Yeah. What'd you say?
34-30.
30-24 Bengals.
30-24.
Going Bengals. I like it.
Cincinnati Bengals. Okay. I am going to go with...
he's going Georgia homer here. He's taking the Rams to win this game.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Rams will win the game. I believe they're going to cover the 4 as well. I think it's going over. I think it's going to be a game in the 30s, and I'm going 35-29. It'll be a 6-point game, and Matthew Stafford will be Super Bowl champion.
For me, this all just sets up too well. We've been on it all year long. Bengals fans have been telling us since the draft that we didn't believe in their team enough. This is a team of destiny. It's the year of Joe Exotic. It's the year of the Cincinnati Bengals. Who do you think will beat the Bengals?
You got to hand it to them.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought, as we were going through the playoffs here, I'm like, really, next year's their year. And, man, they proved everybody wrong.
No,
you got to hand it to them. And you got to hand it to Bengals fans, man. They stood by their team. Still think Buffalo should be there, but that's another story for another time.
You'll get there again another day.
Jesus,
30 seconds to go in the program here. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in with us. It's been a fun Super Bowl week. Of course, join us at the Social in East Asheville on Sunday for the Super Bowl festivities. Again, first come, first served. $20 cover charge to get in there, and they're going to have all-you-can-eat wings and all that kind of good stuff. We will see you back here on Monday at 3 o'clock on ESPN Asheville. Have a great one. Enjoy the halftime show at the Super Bowl. It's probably the most enjoyable thing that you see.
NFC South mock drafts debuting right after this show. No happy hour today. Enjoy the weekend. We'll see you at the Social on Sunday. Who do you think will beat the Bengals?
This is your Exergen Temporal Scanner weather forecast on ESPN Asheville.
Sunshine in the forecast, and numbers pretty nice here for the top of the weekend. It does turn colder for Valentine's, though, with a cold front marching through the Carolina forecast on Sunday coming up. 36 our low tonight in the valley. Partly cloudy Saturday, high 56, low 28. And then some morning clouds Sunday, colder, high 38, low Sunday night down into the teens at 18 degrees. I'm meteorologist Scott Larimore. That's the latest Weather Channel forecast.
This report is sponsored by Tyson Furniture.
Tyson Furniture has a fantastic selection of quality furniture, honest values, and great service. We deliver weekly to Tennessee, South Carolina, Georgia, and Florida. Visit us at Tyson Furniture in Black Mountain, where beautiful homes begin.
This is your time saver traffic on the new ESPN Asheville.
Traffic is stop and go 26 westbound after Chimney Rock Road and continuing to the Blue Ridge Parkway. 40 westbound Haywood County stop and go between Vines Creek Road and Harmon